Next up, at UFC 266, we have the main card opener. We have Jéssica Andrade versus Cynthia Calvillo. Jéssica Andrade, 21-9. Only 2-3 in her last 5. Cynthia Calvillo, 9-2-1. She is 3-1-1 in her last 5. Jéssica Andrade was absolutely dominated in her last fight. She lost the striking exchanges. She lost the grappling exchanges. She lost the physical exchanges, right? The bullying. She was bullied big time. But if you look at her losses, they are only to the best women on the planet. This is almost the exact same story that I told last week about Raquel Pennington, except Jéssica Andrade is definitely on a different level than Raquel Pennington. She's only lost to champions and former champions, period. That's the end of that. It's easy to look at her last 5 fights and counter out, but honestly, that's a mistake. As far as her skills are concerned, she's a very good striker with a ton of power, and her power isn't just in her hands. She is a bully, and she is strong everywhere. Look how she KO'd Rose. She picked her up, dumped her on her head, knocked her out cold. She knocked out Chikagian or stopped Chikagian with a body shot. I mean, she is a savage with legitimate power. She's got good ground and pound. Her BJJ isn't always the best, and her takedowns are not technical at all. But she's so strong, it doesn't matter. She will pick you up, slam you, pick you up, dump you, pick you up and run it. It doesn't matter. She's so powerful. She makes up for the gaps in her technique. And honestly, her striking is good. It's not very technical, but she makes up for it with speed and power and just raw physicality. When Jéssica can be the bully, she can beat anybody. Literally anybody. If she can bully you, she will beat absolutely anybody. But when she can't be the bully, she will lose to clean, solid technique every single time, and that's where she's going to have trouble. Cynthia Calvillo. In many ways, Jéssica is the opposite, or Cynthia is the opposite, right? They're opposites of each other. She doesn't rely on her strength at all. She doesn't have much speed. She's not the most powerful woman in the division, but she's super technical. For every pickup and slam from Andrade, Jéssica has a clean entry and a solid takedown, right? Andrade is pushing you to the cage, grabbing something, one leg, two legs, hips, picking it up. Cynthia is setting up nice, solid, lower her level, nice entry takedowns. When she gets you to the ground, she's solid. She'll soften you up with strikes to sink into submission. Very different approach to the ground game than Andrade, who just wants to beat you up down there. The issue for her, however, is that her striking is not good. And it's obvious at times that she isn't comfortable in a lot of these exchanges. And Jéssica is not the person you want to be hesitant with, not the person you want to be uncomfortable with in striking exchanges. She needs to avoid the exchanges, get it to the ground, and work from there. That is her only path to victory, and I don't see that happening. Everything on this screen is correct. The DraftKings price is correct. The odds are correct. I think Jéssica Andrade gets this done, bullies the hell out of Cynthia, and just shows everybody why she's always number 2 or 3 in the world. What do you think?
Yeah, is this I think this is at strawweight, isn't it? I think Tapology has it back at 125, which is where Andrade used to dominate.
It says flyweight. I got it at flyweight.
I mean, Tapology says 125, which is strawweight, and you're Mr. Tapology.
I hate Tapology, but go ahead.
The point of it is at 125, Andrade was able to bully people. But in this fight, I really feel like Cynthia is the girl that can really almost out tough Jéssica. Usually Andrade is the tougher fighter. Even when she was getting beat up, I still think she's like the tougher fighter, like the tougher person. But Cynthia really is no joke, man. And I don't think a lot of people have put a lot of respect on Cynthia going into this fight. I don't think she's going to win the fight. But at $7,200, I found enough value in her. I think there's going to be some weird scrambles where she can get position, get some strikes off. I think she can threaten submissions against Andrade when Andrade's a little bit too aggressive. I think she's got the toughness to match Andrade. Listen, I don't think by any means that she's going to come out and dominate Andrade. People really don't do that except for, Shevchenko at the higher weight. But I think there's some real value in Cynthia here. So I think she's going to find her way in my lineup. I might switch it because I put the new Arkansas Wrestling Lock of the Week in there, so I might have to switch some things around. But right now, she's in my lineup at that $7,200.
Yeah, I mean, the way you can't trust anything Jacob just said is he just argued that this fight was at 125 and it says flyweight on the screen and blah, blah, blah. 125 is flyweight. You absolute clown.
Well, I mean, you went deep diving in your phone. So
I didn't go deep diving. I'm getting my
you were
screen
deep
ready
diving
for
on your
next.
phone.
I'm getting my screen ready for the next fight, you clown. Anyway,
but my point reigns true that she's back at 125, which is obviously flyweight. I don't know what Angelo was talking about.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't think she's going to be able to bully Cynthia like she did the other 125ers. So that's the only difference that I see.
Yeah, so we have very different. Is this the first time we disagreed? No, we disagreed earlier with your lock, but we've got very different picks.
My pick is Andrade.
But you're saying she's not going to bully, and if she can't bully, she can't win. It's that simple.
Well, then I guess
anyway, I'll spend the $9,000. I'm probably not going to touch money line bet. Monkey knife fight, man. If this goes to a decision, I think they get past that. I don't know if Jessica is going to be able to stop here. I think she'll stop her. I actually like the less. I like the less. I think she'll stop her. I disagree with more and more. I disagree with putting Cynthia in your lineup. I mean, I think she gets pounded on here, but we'll see what happens. wewantpicks.com/MKF. I like the less. Let me know what you guys like in the comments, because this is an interesting strike line. Basically, if it goes to a decision, they should blow past it. But I think Jessica is expected to have one fewer strike, but still dominate this fight. It's an interesting line, interesting matchup. We'll see what happens.